Thank you everyone for coming out for the first annual, hopefully, Northeast Ride.
It's sponsored by Northeast CDC, which promotes community within this neighborhood.
Our ride route is just under 12 miles today. Looks like we have some beautiful weather.
I mean, you can see like there's a huge line for the registration today.
And I'm very excited to welcome all of you here on behalf of the Northeast Community Development Corporation. Right now we are at the Northeast Armory, which is on Broadway, kind of across the street from Beltrami Park, and it's the starting and ending location for the first annual Northeast Ride.
We're really proud to be a part of this community, and thank you for everything you're doing today to become more involved with Northeast Minneapolis.
Welcome to Northeast Minneapolis. I want to thank you for riding your bike.
There isn't a cloud in the sky, so make sure that you get enough water. Get some sunscreen on, because I see some pasty white Minnesota skin yet. You know you have it, because I know I have it.
Thanks to the Northeast CDC for putting this on.
And then one round of applause for our folks who are powering our bike-powered PA system. They deserve it. The whole ride is just under 12 miles and goes through every neighborhood of Northeast. Northeast has 14 neighborhoods. One great thing about Northeast is that we've had a lot of bikeways and bike lanes put on the streets in the last few years. And so we really wanted the ride to highlight great ways to get from A to B in the community. The riders will stop at 9 creative stops along the way, where they have a chance to talk with local musicians or artists about the work that they're doing and participate in a creative activity. Our first stop after the starting location at the Armory was Logan Park, and at Logan we partnered with Nice Ride Minnesota, the folks who have the beautiful neon green bikes and the bike share system, and with Indie Brewing, the new local brewery here in Northeast Minneapolis.
I got my beanbag in on the second throw, and I'm kind of a motor moron, so that was a big deal for me.
Yeah, and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And oh, okay, yep. From Indeed.
Yes, from Indeed.
Yes,
right, so we're looking forward to that coming up.
So then we had Jack Flats, which is the site of the new artist housing going in Northeast Minneapolis. That's also a project of the Northeast CDC.
This is a development of art space and partnering with the Northeast Community Development Corporation. And this will be about 35 units of studio, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom units. It'll also have a community studio space. There's also room for a sculpture garden. We'll have underground parking. It'll be spectacular. We're drawing on the sidewalks. We're making beautiful artwork to welcome all the artists that will be coming here.
Folks had paints and chalks where they could decorate the entire site. And that's also where we're going to bury the time capsule that folks are creating at the last stop before they return to the Armory, which is Wyndham Park.
This is a Yoga Soul stop. We're promoting a new yoga studio in Northeast Minneapolis called Yoga Soul. We've got water here, some calendars you can take.
And at Botno, we partnered with Yoga Soul and the Yes Let's Art Collective, which is a collection of local artists and musicians throughout the Twin Cities. And Marshall Terrace Garden is a unique stop because it's a safety education stop.
So at this stop, we've got Venture North Bike Walk Center. They are providing some mini tune-ups or just some little bits of maintenance if people need more air in their tires or more grease on their chain. We've got Bike Walk Move, who is promoting all the new bicycle facilities in Northeast Minneapolis and just around the city and metro generally. And then we've got the Minnesota Truckers Association here with one of their safety semi-trailer tractors, I think is what they call it, to show people what the blind spots are all about, and just you can hop up in the cab and experience it for yourself, just to get people more awareness with how it is to operate a commercial vehicle, but also to bicycle near and around commercial vehicles.
After that, they head to Demi Heights Park, which is the highest point in Hennepin County.
We have some awesome honey samples from Bee's Knees, and they're over there doing bike decorations and antlers for people's helmets.
And they had honey samples, a sample beehive that you could take a look at. And they're a really great local group that actually bikes local honey around the Twin Cities to their CSA members. After that, we had Wait Park. And Wait Park, we partnered with Works Progress, which is a local group here in the Twin Cities, to host Neighbor Makers.
Neighbor making is fun when it includes chalkboards, and your two new best friends. We draw from a little list of cards. So like this first one says something comes. So find 5 things you have in common with your two new neighbors. What do we have in common? 5 things in common. How about that?
Yeah, have some track.
Here's one thing we have in common. There, maybe. Oh, we like Minneapolis.
Nice. Look at you guys.
Look at that cherry in the spoon. That's fabulous. So we're kind of just focusing on getting to know your neighbors and building a stronger community from there.
After that, we went to Johnstock. And Johnstock, that was at 29th and Johnson. And that was an event that happens annually in the Audubon Park neighborhood, and we decided to put our events on the same day so that we could encourage even more people to come out in that part of Northeast.
And we are the raffle station where people can enter to win 5 different prizes, really great prizes, and so people are stopping by all day to enter the raffle.
And then the final stop before returning was the Northeast Time Capsule at Wyndham Park.
We're doing a time capsule, so we would like for you to write something. What you like about the ride, or if you're from Northeast Minneapolis, what do you like about Northeast Minneapolis? And then you can also blow some bubbles.
So we had over 160 people pre-registered, and we had 300 t-shirts, and we're just about out of t-shirts. So we had somewhere between probably a little over 250 riders today.
Great ride, good swag. We got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, look at my pack.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I thought it was really well organized and fun things to do, and yeah, it was a good time.
That was beautiful.